Okay, over here to the right, I've used a graphing utility to graph the function on the interval from -1 to 3, and we want to find the absolute max and min on that closed interval for this function right here. And the absolute max or min occurs at either at the endpoints of the closed interval or at critical numbers within the closed interval, where critical numbers are where the first derivative is equal to 0 or is undefined. Okay, so here's f prime, and we want to know, when does that equal 0? It's never undefined because we have a polynomial function. So we could use the rational root theorem to see if there's any rational zeros. The possible rational zeros are the set of factors of 1 over the set of factors of 4. So there are the possible rational zeros. It's easy to check plus and minus 1, see that they don't work. So you might try 1/2 using synthetic division. And that's what I did here. And this remainder is 0. So these are the coefficients of the residual trinomial. 4x squared minus 4x minus 2. There's the x to the minus 1/2. I could divide both sides by 2 to make this trinomial smaller. See that this doesn't factor, so I've got to use the quadratic formula. And there are 2 more critical numbers. So our critical numbers are 1/2, 1 plus or minus the square root of 3 all over 2. So we'll check what the y values are for the endpoints and for the critical numbers. So f of -1 is a 3. You can see that right here. F of 3 is 31, way up here. That looks like it's going to be the absolute max. F of 1/2 is 1.3125 or 21/16. Turns out that's a relative maximum. And f of 1 plus the square root of 3 all over 2 turns out to be 3/4, as does this. If you want to see how to evaluate that without a calculator, here's what that looks like. F of 1 plus the square root of 3 all over 2, that's to the 4th power, minus 2 times that root to the 3rd power, plus the root plus 1. And here's my scratch paper where I figured out the powers. So in this column, I squared that root to get this result. And then I'm going to take that result and square it to get to the 4th power. So there's what we get to the 4th power. And if I want to get to the cube, that root cubed, there's what we get when we square it multiplied by itself. We get this. And then here's the work in simplifying that. And you know what? It does simplify to 3/4. Okay. Or 0.75. And you'll get the same result if you do 1 minus the square root of 3 all over 2. Okay, there you go. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.